Well, I'm pretty excited. I got my Olight PL Mini 2 Valkyrie in the mail, and this is basically my answer to the TLR6's fails. So I have this on my Glock 23. The TLR7, not TLR6. I got a TLR6 on my shield, and this has 100 more lumens, and the brightness, the color, I guess temperature of this light is so much better, and it's a smaller profile. Not necessarily just on the right side, but on the left side, definitely a smaller profile. It's not coming out to where the body is, so you definitely do have some extra room. Now, if you do look at the body here, it comes out just a little bit, and then this part comes out a little bit as well. So it's not really flush, but you know, I mean, they're using it as little as possible in order to get that locking surface down, so I can't really hold it against them. But the controls, very easy to use, very simple, and it's kind of like what they're doing with the TLR7, where they have this switch now. But yeah, this one, it will go down in brightness after a certain amount of time, but typically light needs to be used intermittently, like between magazine changes and stuff like that. And if you're done using your firearm, there's nothing that says you can't go back to a handheld light for monitoring and stuff like that. So with that said, I don't really think that this light is really going to, I don't think it's going to hurt to have this light. And you're going to get 600 lumens pretty consistently if you're using it on and off, even if it's relatively low. And plus it does have a battery indicator when it is low, so that's not really a big deal to me. And the temperature isn't going to get so high that it's going to need to regulate itself, you know, after a few minutes. It doesn't really seem to get that hot. So I'm pretty excited about this. It's adjustable, so you can have it out however which way you want. However, the biggest concern I had was everybody was talking about holsters specifically for this. The thing about hybrid holsters that I've always loved is they're very versatile, because the inside is relatively soft, and then you got a hard shell that conforms to the gun. And this one is made for the TLR7, but thanks to Chuke's Outdoor Adventures, he came over and he had a PL Mini 2. Thank God, because I was actually just getting one, but I had no idea if it would actually fit this holster. But it actually does, and there's really no problem, and there's no real adverse friction. I think that has to do with how smooth this is. It's nice and rounded off, so it's basically just like having a ball bearing rubbing up against this synthetic material. There's no leather in here in the 3.5. So yeah, it's beautiful. So I really do appreciate how well it fits in there, and it locks in, and it's just really secure. So I'm incredibly happy with my purchase. It costs less than the TLR7, and it gives you more lumens. It's more compact. It's more universal. If you have a rail, typically this will fit it. It even has a key for locking into the rails. And yeah, it has a tiny bit of movement. Like around here, it has a tiny bit of movement. Tiny bit, but it's not going to be something that's going to hurt. And this quick lock system right here, it's easy to get this thing on and off if you need to, which you don't. Your recharge is by magnet. So, I mean, this is just a win-win. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't get this. I mean, these holsters, if you've ever had an alien gear holster, you can do an upgrade for like $6 a holster to the 3.5. These things are awesome, very durable. You know, a quick change on these clips and stuff. And yeah, so they're now starting to support guns with lights, such as the Shield and the Glock. I wish they would do it for the Smith & Wesson, because if the Smith & Wesson had this kind of feature, or had this support, I would not be carrying a Glock 23. Because a Glock 23 does have more recoil. It is going to require more maintenance. It's not exactly the type of 40 caliber you want to use consistently. If you don't practice that much, fine, whatever. But I'd rather have a Smith & Wesson M&P than a Glock. And I'm just really surprised that they're not doing any support for the Smith & Wesson. But anyways, that's another subject. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely consider buying an Olight instead of like a Streamlight or whatever. They do just fine. And, you know, they're pretty good lights. Very durable and stuff like that. So they're very innovative. And Yeah, they're like Kel-Tec, but without the screw-ups. So, with all that said, I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and you guys have a good one.